Hello world, this is Wolfstar Games, and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, it was a bit of a depressing episode. It's like we got a lot of ghosts from the past throughout, mainly from Mizuka, but, you know, we did get a little bit from Airi as well. And honestly, it makes me a little worried of the outcome of this route. Just the way things are going so far, it makes me really, really worried how things are going to play out for the rest of this route. But I'm trying to keep positive attitude and in hopes that Airi can be fixed and not wind up being deleted with the update that's supposed to happen. I let several waves pass by. I watched my timing. If I take off at the best timing, the wave will carry the board for me. That's what Mizuka-san told me. That said, a newbie like me can't discern a good wave from a bad one. I'm just sitting here and waiting because I can't find the right timing. I'm sure with a lot of practice that he can get the timing down. But if I sit here forever, the sun's eventually gonna set, and I won't be able to ride any waves at all. I started early this morning, and it's past noon now. It's already the 22nd of November. There isn't much time left. No, there isn't. The day before yesterday, Frau got back to me with the results of her inquiry to Happiness for You. And what was her results, I wonder?
幸せ for you はアイリタンのこと、私が勝手に仕掛けた違法改造プログラムだと思い込んだらしいよ。
That you installed. Oh. But of course we know that's not the case, that Frau didn't install Airi in there. Illegally, too. So what? Did Kimijima, like, hack into IRUO and put Airi in there?
削除しないと訴えるぞとか言われてワルス。
LOL worthy? Okay. Except she didn't put Airi in there, so they would have to find proof that Frau put an illegal how did she put it again? Illegally modified program. She didn't do that. They would have to find proof that she did that before they sue her. So it's like, come up with the proof and then see where that gets you.
まあ創設者が10年も前にこっそり作ったよくわからんアプリなわけで。
Oh, Kimijima was the lead developer of IRUO. Did we get that information before? If we did, I completely forgot about that.
向こうも公式には認められんでしょ、上皇。
Of course they don't. Huh.
これで消える可能性はさらに高まった件。
And I don't want that to happen.
向こうがアイリタンに利用価値を見出してこっそり使っていこうと思うなら話は別だけど。
Secretly use her? I mean, I'd rather that happen than Airi being deleted.
そもそも幸せ 4U に300人委員会の息がかかってるっぽい。
Of course they do. I don't find that surprising at all.
だって10年前まで小さなベンチャー企業だったのに。
Tiny, okay? Except Happiness for You is, you know, quite a big corporation, right?
今じゃ世界中のポケコンにイルオがプリインスコされてて莫大な利益を生んでるっしょ。
Right. Insta. Of course, slang used in the 2000s again. There's a lot of these. Abbreviated way to say install. Yeah, I got that. I didn't really need a tip for that. But, oh well.
近いうちにフィリップエレクトロニクスが買収するかもって話もあるし。
Oh, okay. And why is Philip Electronics gonna be buying them up?
はい出た、ここで出た、フィリップエレクトロニクス。あとはわかるな。
Yeah, she brought that name up before when she was talking about that Miguel Sant'Ambrosio, right?
だから300人委員会の悪事を告発しようとしてた君島公は。
Okay, very interesting.
幸せ 4U にとっては会社を設立した人間であると同時に敵でもあるわけで。
Right, yeah.
そいつが作った AI プログラムなんて目の上の単行部でしかないでしょ、上皇。
So Kimijima was a thorn in their side. And as an extent, the AI program, Airi, is as well. I don't want Airi to be deleted.
当然メンテをいいことに消しにかかってくるはず。
Is there any way that we can stop that from happening? I kind of doubt it, but I drift atop the waves and reflect upon the meaning of Frau's words. Not exactly good news. IRUO enters large-scale maintenance on the 24th, 2 days from now. It's like, with that short amount of time, can we do anything? It starts the moment the clock hits midnight. Midnight, okay. There's a high chance that Airi will disappear. Yet here I am, still struggling to ride a single wave. I mean, he still needs to get the Kimijima Report. So I only have a day and a half left. It'll be impossible to activate all the triggers up through report number 7. It's like, what would he do without Airi? Without Airi, he'll have no idea what to do to get the last report. That's why I have to at least get report number 6 by tomorrow. How could I look at Airi in the eyes if I don't? Yeah, really. Ugh. I can't just sit around forever. I need to settle this today. The problem is that no matter how small the wave is, standing and balancing on the board is really hard. It's like we need a miracle, basically. I always lose my balance right after standing up, causing me to fall into and swallow lots of seawater. Blah. I've lost count of how many times I've wiped out. I'm pretty sure I'm in the hundreds now. And I'm sure that's discouraging him. Look, I'm giving it my all, okay? I believe you, Kaito. It's like, but I could just imagine that after trying it that many times, he is getting a little discouraged. Even if he is giving it his all. But I still haven't been able to ride a wave for 3 seconds or more. The Kimijima Report trigger condition is that I have to ride a wave for 3 seconds or longer. It would help to know how long he has been able to ride the wave. Maybe he's just short of 3 seconds. I thought it'd be easy at first, but I was entirely wrong. My lack of motor reflexes is hitting me like a ton of bricks. I'm ranked number 2 in the world at Kill Ballad. Except, this isn't a video game. Surfing is not a video game. Unless the video game in question is a surfing game, I guess. And yet I can't even stand on a board for 3 seconds. If only I could surf like I play a fighting game. It'd be so much easier to imagine my own success, right? Wait a second. Bolt of inspiration? Maybe I can? Like, what is he thinking here? The wave is my enemy, my opponent in battle. Me and the wave, a legit 1 versus 1 match. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I know Kaito said that it would be a bad idea for his slow-mo to kick in while he's surfing, but what if that did happen and he was able to ride a wave with his slow-mo and get the trigger to pop that way? Maybe that would help. My chances of winning are something like 1 by 9 right now. Maybe closer to 0 by 10. This is my final chance. Let's end this. From a sitting position, I switch to lying face down on the board and start paddling. Round 1. Round 1. Fight! I paddle in the direction the waves are heading. I don't think I've heard this music track before. It's kind of sci-fi-ish. A little upbeat. Oh, now it kicks in. Sci-fi techno. That's how I want to describe this. I really like it. In KB, paddling would be like using advancing and backstep vernier thrusters to gauge the distance to my opponent. Alright. I do that to lure them into whipping an attack after entering my range. If they have an opening, I strike. Alright, here comes a wave. I start paddling even harder with my arms and legs. Moment of truth here. The board begins to advance as the wave pushes it from behind. Don't worry about the range. What's important is mine. There's no point to any of this if my attack doesn't land after all. Of course, my body inclines with the board. The enemy is putting the pressure on me. They're using a strong attack. No, more like a medium attack? It's kind of hard to determine, seeing that it's a ocean wave. The opening is small, but the power is low too. Are they using something like a jab or a poke to test the distance between us? Naive. Too naive. Don't underestimate me. I can react to any move within 8 frames, damn it. I immediately go into a counter-like weak attack. I stand up on the board. Up until now, this is where I'd whiff on connecting my combo. I'd lose my balance and fall over every time. But not today. Not today! Just makes me think of Buzz Lightyear. I'm going to make this combo connect. Each time I start losing balance, I input the precise commands. I don't give the enemy a chance to counter. Connect the whole combo, Kaito. He's like psyching himself up. Stage 2. I bend my left knee to keep balance. Water splashes against my face. I advance and slide along the glimmering ocean surface. Stage 3. I spread both arms out to keep balance. I'm speeding up. I can feel the wind against my body, and it smells like seawater. I'm actually moving forward. Stage 4. I lower my waist. I feel like an idiot for clinging to the ocean's surface all that time, flapping my arms and legs. It doesn't hurt to feel like an idiot, at least for a while. The water's resistance vanishes. It's like I've been freed from gravity itself. Stage 5. I go to brace my legs to solidify my balance, but the sole of my foot slips. Ooh. Hopefully that doesn't cost him at least too much anyway. I'm suddenly thrown into the ocean. It's like, did he at least do it for 3 seconds? I can't tell up from down or left from right, so I relax my body for a moment. I've experienced this many times, so my body knows how to deal with falling into the ocean now. I let my body loosen up and calmly check the direction of the ocean's surface. Struggling now only causes more panic, making things much, much worse. After seeing the sunlight reflecting off of the surface, I kick at the water and break through the thin layer above. My face emerges, and I take a breath of fresh air. I glance over at the beach and see Mizuka-san waving her arms wildly. She seems to be shouting something, but I can't hear her too well. Either way, time to head back for now. It's like, how'd I do, Mizuka?
お疲れ。
Thank you. Did I improve? Mizuka-san flashes me one of her rare, kind smiles. It's like she is a nice person. It's like sometimes Kaito just kind of over-evaluates. That's the word I'm looking for. Over-evaluates people. Especially Mizuka, I feel. Has hell frozen over? No.
目標達成だね。どうだった？
はい。
Say he wrote it for 3 seconds? I did it?
もしかして俺3秒以上波乗りできてた？
多分5秒ぐらいはいけてたはずだよ。
5 seconds. Alright, we did it then. It's like we should double check with Airi.
ストップウォッチで測ったわけじゃないから正確じゃないけどね。
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. But she was counting.
いや、ボードの上で倒れないようにって必死ですごく集中できてた。
It's like you do it a bunch of times, practice it, and you're eventually gonna get it down. Just takes a long time to do it. And Kaito finally did it. Yay!
なんだい感想はそれだけ？
I think a little. I recall the vista that stretched out before me in the moment.
浮いてるみたいだった。あと風を感じた。気持ちよかったよ。
Mizuka-san nods her head like she's satisfied and pats me on the head. On the head. It's like, good job, kid.
上出来だ。
I feel like I was pretty much on the mark with what she was gonna say. She never compliments me for anything. Well, now she did. To be honest, just this alone is enough to make me feel pretty happy. Not that I plan on continuing to surf. I mean, though if he ever gets the itch to try again, Mizuka's right there to help him. It's just too much for someone as unathletic as I am. Plus, it's cold. That's part of the reason why it's cold is because he's trying to do it during winter. Not the best time to surf. And as far as him being unathletic, that's only because he's never really been an athletic person because of his slow-mo, right? But if he can control his slow-mo, maybe he can be relatively athletic. More importantly, the trigger. Yeah, it's like check with Airi. If that activated the trigger, I can finally start looking for report number 6. The issue is that the judge, little Airi, has been bugging out as of late. Yeah. It's like hopefully Airi can tell us that we got the trigger. I gotta check with her and make sure. Yeah. I hurry over to my bag and take out my phone droid. I boot up IRUO and look around. I spot Airi standing nearby, spacing out. It's like, hi Airi, I need to talk to you. Crap. Please tell me she was actually watching. I hope she was.
愛理ちゃんさ、今の俺の勇姿見ててくれたわけ？
小学生の頃、愛理はかけっこでいつも2番でした。
Second place in racing, really? What's she talking about? She's talking about her former self, her real self.
万年2位と言われていたぐらいです。
Forever second.
と言ってもですね、愛理のいた小学校は愛理と同学年の人は他に1人だけだったんですよ。
Only one other person?
つまり実は2位と言ってもそんなにすごくないんです。
And don't knock second place. It's like that's being a runner up isn't that bad. My elementary school was the same deal. There are more elementary schools than junior or high schools here. Interesting. That's actually kind of surprising. More elementary schools than junior or high schools on Tanegashima? Huh. I wonder why that is. That means that each school has a small number of students per class. Huh. When I was a little dude, Akiho was the only other kid in the same grade. Right. Each elementary school probably has about 10 students a pop. Only 10 students. That is a very small class.
ってなんで愛理ちゃんが小学生の頃はどうとか話してるわけ？
Fair question. I mean, she's an AI, but it's clear to me now that Airi is based off of someone who is a flesh and blood person. But of course, Kaito doesn't know that.
AI でしょ？
明日の天気予報をお伝えします。
Okay, give it to me. She's already doing it. Another bug? This is going nowhere, so I try tapping Airi's forehead to switch her to Gijene. Doesn't work though, right?
なでなでしないでください。くすぐったい。
そういうリアクションしないでくんない？なんだか虚しくなるじゃない。
As I figured, she won't switch over. Yeah. I wonder if I can check with her while she's Airi.
君島レポートナンバー6のフラグ回収状況を確認したいんだけど。
はーい、愛理がやります。
You can? Airi raises her hands and thinks to herself. Yes?
ナンバー6、ナンバー6、ナンバー6。
Oh no. Number 6. So since I'm learning Japanese numbers, it's like I know 6 is Roku.
はい、君島レポートナンバー6のフラグ回収状況です。準備いいですか？
I nod.
1、君島レポートナンバー5を発見している。ゲジネによるとこれはもうとっくに 達成済みみたいです。
Alright, we already know what ones have been completed. We need to know if this one was completed.
2、 JAXA 増田通信所の展示室にある人工衛星追跡ゲームでハイスコアを更新する。これも達成済みですね。 3、 コスモリゾートのゴルフ場内で落とし物のゴルフボールを100個拾い集める。ああ、達成済み。 4、 ジオタグを貼り付けたサーフィンで3秒以上波乗りする。達成しました。
Complete! Awesome! We did it! Hell yeah!
フラグ4も達成済みになってるんだね。
はい、なってますよ。これで全部のフラグを回収したことになります。
Good. Now we can go find report number 6. It's like, can Airi tell us about whereabouts it might be?
そんなわけでレポートナンバー6の AR アノテーションは可視化されました。急いで探しましょう。雪が降りますから。
Before it starts to snow.
雪？
Airi's been going on about snow for a while now. Yes, she has. Is it because it's winter? Or is she just bugging out? Probably both.
はい。
Yes, Mizuka? Mizuka-san calls out to me, not with her warm smile from earlier, but with her usual bitter look. Okay, because we're conversing with Airi, I take it, she is why she has a bitter look?
いつまで独り言言ってるつもりだい？
Except I'm not chatting with myself.
撤収するなら体とボードを洗いな。
ああ、はいはい。水香さん、いろいろ協力してくれて助かったよ。おかげで目標は達成できたし、ありがとう。
Yeah, it's like Mizuka was a tremendous help. In response, Mizuka-san turns to me with a harsh expression on her face.
あんまり妙なことに首突っ込むんじゃないよ。
Too late for that.
取り返しがつかないことになる前に引くことを覚えな。
She's warning Kaito just like Misane did. But of course, a little differently. Does Mizuka know something? I wonder.
一人で抱え込むなんてもってのほかだ。
Except that's exactly what he's doing.
でないと戻れなくなる。サーフィンでもカレントってのは怖いんだ。あっという間に沖までさらわれる。
Current, surfer lingo for the flow of the tide. The strong currents are called rip currents, which is what they usually mean when discussing currents. Yeah.
水香さん。
What's with her? I mean, she did have that kind of heart-to-heart with Michi. So, yeah, maybe she's changed her mind about some things. Especially concerning her past passion for surfing. It's like she's hinting that she knows what I'm up to. Or that. Yeah, I told her about the Kimijima reports a while back. I kind of remember that. But I never gave her the specifics. Does she know something that I don't? Probably. And, you know, maybe what she does know could be useful information. And then there's the way she reacts to Airi, which is kind of just hostile. I know she's been Misane's friend since forever, but even still, I feel like she knows more than she's letting on. Does kind of feel that way, yes. I mean, I do feel like since Mizuka and Misane are really close friends, that Misane would tell Mizuka, like, at least almost everything that's she has, like, that has happened with her. So I feel like the two of them are kind of each other's crutches, that they lean on each other when they need to. So I don't know, it could be that Mizuka is someone who we can trust. So maybe she can tell us why Misane, like, won't talk to her sister. Maybe.
Mizuka-san.
話は聞かないよ。
You don't know what I'm gonna say. She quickly interrupts me.
さっさと後片付けだ。水を取ってくるからボードを回収しな。
Okay. Mizuka-san barks her order at me and turns away. Wasn't she the one who just told me not to shoulder things alone? And now she's refusing to talk to me. Or at least that's what it feels like. Like she's giving him the cold shoulder. Juna. We go straight to Juna at the airport in front of the hangar, and she's doing that adorable, happily determined face that I love. After I finish surfing, I drop by the old airport where Frau and Juna are shooting mocap footage. And how's that going?
そこ、肘曲げすぎ。そんな角度にはロボは曲がらん件について。
They are awfully close to each other. It's like they don't need to be that close to each other for the mocap.
あ、ごめん。でも、このポーズだけはきちんと再現しないと頑張れるっぽく見えないと思う。
I mean, I can see where she's coming from, but you know, we have to be able to do things with the mocap to where it can look like it's Gunvarel and feel like Gunvarel, but I feel like if we try and do too much at one time, that it could all go sideways. The two of them are watching the Gunvarel anime on a phone droid while talking things over. on using the anime as like a source of inspiration. They appear to be thinking about how to reproduce Gunvarel's signature pose. Model 2's number of joints prevent it from matching the show one by one, so they're trying to simplify it. Okay, so they're trying to make it to where it is a little like Gunvarel, but have them be the same as much as possible. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Akio decided on 2 performances for Model 2. 2 performances, alright. The first one is Gunvarel's signature pose as seen in the anime. The second is Juna's thing, a karate kata. They still haven't decided on the exact details of that one. As soon as assembly is finished, these performances will be programmed into the robot.
キルバラで使ったガンバレルのポリゴンモデルをちょっと改造したった。
Oh, and how did that go?
スカスカガンバレルの関節数とか可動域とかのデータ打ち込んでどんな動きができるか忠実に再現したっつうか。
Slender Gunvarel? Slender Gunvarel? I'm guessing she means Model 2? Yeah, it's like Gunvarel 2.0. Let's call him that. I suppose without its armor, it kind of looks slender.
それを RGB カメラと連動させて可動域より無理ぽな動きをしたらアラームで知らせてくれる。
Oh. And what happens exactly if the alarm goes off?
私が2号機さんにはできない動きをするとブーってなるんです。
Okay, so we need to do movements that won't make it beep.
それでスカスカガンバレルでも再現できるレベルにまで動きをシンプルに落とし込むんだお。
That's pretty handy.
ところでヤシオ先輩、さっきから気になってたわけだが、髪がしっとりと濡れてるではありませぬか。
It's like, Frau, is this really a good time to be saying this to me while in front of Juna?
ああ、サーフィンしてきた後だから。
なんというエロス。濡れた髪とかたまらんすぐる。実にけしからん。
Oh boy.
空手先輩もそう思わん。
It's like, how does Juna feel about Frau's perviness?
私
Also funny that she's asking Juna that. I mean, Juna is such a polar opposite from the Frau.
私はよくわかんないから頭冷やすために走ってくる。
Now she's just trying to run away. It's like, bye, Juna! Juna's face goes bright red as she suddenly dashes off toward the runway. I actually wonder, I can still hear her footsteps. I do actually wonder if, with that reaction, if Juna has some feelings for Kaito.
純ちゃんってほんと走り込むのが好きだよね。
I watch Juna's back get smaller and force out a smile.
煩悩にまみれていく空手先輩。はあはあ。だが走り込んでも頭は冷やせないと思われ。
コナちゃんさ、純ちゃんは仮にも先輩なんだからあんまりからかわないように。
Age doesn't matter with teasing people. I mean, yeah, I tend to tease people who are younger than me. More so with like guys. But they'll tease me right back.
あと、俺をエロ目線で見るのもやめるように。
Then how do you want the Frau to look at you then, Kaito?
だが断る。先輩がその気になってくれるまで私は妄想を続けるをキリ。
Okay. So she'll just keep imagining what her pervy mind will come up with about Kaito until he acts on them for her. May as well get it over and done with then, Kaito.
まあ妄想の対象である本人にそのことを言うなんて不敵にはタブーなんですけどね。
Is it taboo? I have no idea.
ルールの押し付けとかかっこ悪い。
Clearly. The Frau doesn't play by anyone's rules but her own.
だから私は全力で行く。
Alright, you do that. She's the type who won't stop going if you try and complain at her. That kind of makes her sound like she's the Energizer Bunny. Won't stop moving, won't stop going. So I decide not to pursue the topic any further, opting to ask her what I originally intended to.
コナちゃんに聞きたいことがある。君島レポートナンバー6の場所はどこにあるかなんとなくわからないかな。
Interesting that he's asking the Frau. I mean, I guess since Airi is bugged, he feels that Airi wouldn't be able to really give him any clues to where report number 6 could be. But with him asking the Frau, it's like, how would the Frau know? I pull up the map on my phone droid. Number 6's triggers were at Nagahama Coast, Cosmo Resort, and the Mazda Tracking and Communication Center. Communation just sounds like a fancy word for a communication center. I activated the trigger at Nagahama Coast, but no location was specified, so I doubt it mattered where I did it. Which means...
コスモリゾートとマスダ通信所はどっちもマスダにある。
The Masuda district is a small community. It's where Juna's house and the karate dojo are located. Oh, alright. Juna's house is right in the area. It's on the Pacific side of Central Tanegashima.
だからこの辺のどこかにあるんじゃないかなと思うんだけど。
Okay.
これまでの5つのレポートの傾向と対策プリーズ。
And what, she can like narrow it down from there maybe? Trends and steps, huh? I always left that to Gijene, so I never thought it through for myself. I start naming off the places where I've found reports so far. Frau thinks to herself for a bit, then promptly gives up. Really?
そもそも島生まれじゃない私に聞くとかおかしくね。
Yes, it is a little weird for Kaito to be asking her.
こういうのは地元民の方がよっぽど詳しいだろう、上皇。
Very true. But who can we trust? I mean, anyone in the robot club for sure. Mizuka, but she doesn't seem to want to talk right now. Michi? Maybe Michi? Except he has no idea what we're doing. Who else, possibly? The doc? It's like, I'm just trying to think of every possibility of who Kaito would go to ask. Oh, man.
そりゃそうなんだけどさ。
何の話？
Juna, you're back? I thought you ran off. It's like, did you just run back here? Juna returns from her run, a layer of sweat on her forehead. Okay, I thought she just like ran off for the remainder of this scene. I didn't think that she was going to return. I guess I'll run it by her too. Does it hurt? Juna stares at the map for a while, then timidly opens her mouth.
これまでにレポートを見つけた場所ってどこも有名な場所って感じ。
Okay, they're famous spots. So if each report is at a famous spot, maybe we can narrow it down that way? What would be the next famous spot then? I guess is the question.
有名な場所？
つまりその観光マップにもちゃんと名前が載るようなそういう場所かなって。
Huh. Alright, so look at it as if you're sightseeing around Tanegashima. That's interesting. Alright.
ごめん。やっぱり今の忘れて。全然見当違いのこと言ってるよね。
No need to apologize, Juna. It's like I feel like this was actually very useful with her saying this. It's like look at it as if you're sightseeing. What would be the next spot that you would go to that's famous to sightsee?
いや、悪くないと思う。
Yeah, not a bad idea at all.
その発想はなかったわ。
確かにサトウキビ畑のど真ん中とか誰かの家の庭とかに隠されていたことは一度もなかった。
Yeah. Yeah. very specific there, Kaito. Sugarcane field?
だったら話は簡単じゃね。
It does make things way more simpler. Simple.
マスダ付近で観光マップに書いてありそうな場所でファイナルアンサー。
That's my fa? What? Fa or FA, I guess. Also internet slang. Okay, short for final answer. Okay. Used to confirm if what you said is the last answer. Originated from a popular trivia show where a player could win $1 million. Is that your final answer?
増田の近くだと増田通信所とコスモリゾート。
Now, which place is more famous then? The Masuda Tracking and Communication Center or the Cosmo Resort? I mean, we would have to look at both places to really see where it's at.
でもそこはフラグ回収で立ち会った場所だしな。
Oh, he did. Okay. And they weren't there?
あ、そっか。
But I suppose I could check them again today. I mean, it should be active. We got all the triggers done. We managed to narrow down the candidates to 7 spots total. If I don't find it at any of these spots, I'll have to expand the search area. Time is not on my side.
ありがとう。おかげで助かったよ。
Yeah. It's like I feel like if it wasn't for Juna bringing up the whole sightseeing angle, that we wouldn't have been able to find it the way that Kaito or the Frau was thinking about it.
アイリタン、明日で本当に消えるん？
You have to remind me, Frau. Frau says sadly. It's like, of course, Frau would also be sad about Airi being deleted. I mean, an AI is a program, and the Frau is a programmer. So of course she would be sad about losing Airi.
こんなの絶対おかしいよ。
Very wrong, yes.
いや、そう予想したのはコナちゃんでしょうが。
That may be, but still.
そうでした。サーセン。
It's okay, Frau.
でも、アイリタンともうお話できないなんて寂しすぎだろ、上皇。というかむしろ、アイリタンをめてつつも、ゲジネートの腐った会話をガンガンしたいわけだが。
Oh, really? I wonder what Frau wants to talk with Gijene about.
腐った会話がどんなものか興味はないけど、ゲージネーはバグのせいで最近出てきてないよ。
あ、そういえば、アキホちゃんがクリスマスパーティーをやろうって言ってたよ。
Of course, Akiho would want to have a Christmas party.
アイリちゃんも一緒にって。
With Airi. Oh. Well, we need to figure something out then.
クリスマスパーティーだ
クリスマスパーティーだと。
なんというリア充イベント、爆発しろ。
Go blow up? Excuse me? It's like, excuse me while I go blow myself up.
そのパーティーいつやるって？
さあ。でもクリスマスパーティーは24日か25日にやるのが普通じゃないかな。
Generally, yes. I mean, we could do it earlier, though. Couldn't we?
みんなでプレゼントを用意し合おうって。
ヤシオ先輩、今すぐアイリタンに聞くべき。アイリタンはクリスマスプレゼントに何が欲しいか。
それを聞く意味ってあるわけ
What she really wants for Christmas is snow. There's no way that they would be able to make it snow. She's supposed to disappear the moment it becomes the 24th, after all. But maybe that's all the more reason to ask. Either way, it wouldn't be right to say no, so I immediately call out Airi.
クリスマスプレゼントですか？
Yeah.
薄い本なら私たくさん持ってるからいくらでも譲ってあげられるを。
Oh my god, bro.
何でも言ってもらって OK。 キリ。
Of course.
コナちゃんやめなって。
It's like, bad girl, Kona-chan.
アイリは雪が欲しいです。
I knew that's what she would say.
クリスマスイブに雪が降ってほしいなって思うんですよ。
なんだと。
また雪か。
Yes, snow again.
天候は私たちじゃどうにも。
愛梨ちゃんさ、なんでそんなに雪にこだわってるわけ？しかもそれを言い出したのつい最近だよね。
I mean, maybe if she wasn't bugged, maybe she would be able to tell them why.
違います。ずっと待ち焦がれているんです。不治の病だって言われた日からずっと毎年のように。
I wonder what their reaction is going to be to this.
イブがホワイトクリスマスになりますようにって待ち焦がれているんです。
愛梨ちゃん？
This is weird. Of course, they have no idea what's going on with Airi, with her being all buggy, but yeah. I feel like they should be able to put two and two together. Incurable illness. Of course, an AI wouldn't be able to contract an illness. Only a real person would be able to. I know I'm wrong about this, but Airi felt really human just now. That's your biggest hint right there, Kaito. Come on. That smile was too human. Making a lonesome smile requires a complex mix of emotions. Very true, yes. There's no way an AI program could express that. no matter how advanced it is, right? Yeah. And what does she mean by incurable illness and every year? Exactly what she means. Did her creator really give her such a meaningless background story? Really? He's going with that it's just a background story? Alright, so I'm gonna actually stop it here. I feel that if I just keep going, that we're going to go and find the Kimijima Report, and then once we find it, we'll get into reading the report, and that could take quite a while. So I'll just save that for next time. So I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and claw that subscribe button to become part of the pack. And as always, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.